Here's a better way to open a lock using...
Your sound is. The video... Your sound is...
Hello there. Have we inspected your ship already? Well, there's no need for that, Mr. Beard. I come in peace. I'm John Anti-Cheat. I'd like to inspect your vessel. There's no need for violence. My good sirs, must we use our guns, but not our words? I'm about to become Socrates just to communicate with you. Now, sir, what did we say about hostility? I come in peace. Doing a little jig, I see. Quite dapper, and we're back to violence, alright. I would like to do a ship inspection, if you would so indulge me. My good sir. No need for the shooty stab. I'ma hide behind your shipmate. You wouldn't shoot your captain. Hello there.
We're kind of the guys to our deathbed.
They said, now understand.
What about us? Is that titanium? Guys, I'm starting to think that titanium's pretty rare. I don't think we're ever going to find enough to make a rocket. Is this titanium?
Guys! Guys!
What? Brett, what is it?
I found titanium.
What? Wait, is it like that?
So that's what titanium looks like. Yeah, you didn't mention that it's in another team's base.
Look at them.
Oh.
Guys, I think we're dealing with a completely isolated team. They've never seen outside technology. They're stuck in the Stone Age.
All right, come on.
Hell yeah, brother.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Oh, I was gonna, kill them and take all their titanium.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Just gonna up.
Have we learned nothing? You might walk away with some titanium, but you're also going to be perpetuating a cycle of griefing and violence that is tearing this server apart.
What's up, losers?
Look at these noobs.
Oh my God, they're in trouble. We should help them. Actually, you know what? I think they're fine without us.
Yeah, we should maybe go away from here.
What about us? Is that titanium?
Oh, I'm starving. Food and appetite.
Well, when I poured it on the table right now, it was a little bit over 320 degrees. So same recipe we've been using here, Logan, since 19...
Have you been to the Soup Nazi straight up the street?
This guy makes the best soup in the city, Jerry. The best. You know what they call him? Soup Nazi.
I was banned. I really was.
I'm not letting you cut in line. Why not? Because if he catches us, we'll never be able to get soup again.
When Al Yagana, who was the... he was the soup man. He hated us because his family had escaped from Nazi territory.
I didn't get any bread.
Just forget it. Let it go.
And so the appellation Nazi did not sit well with him.
Excuse me, I think you forgot my bread.
Bread, $2 extra.
$2, but everyone in front of me got free bread.
We had done the episode, and I was online trying to keep a low profile.
You want bread?
Yes, please.
$3!
And somebody went, "Hey, Al, it's that kid from Seinfeld." And he went, "You get out! Get out!"
What? No soup for you.
Have you been to the Soup Nazi?
I do want Apple to take a good hard long look at this feature, a magnetically attached back door, covering an easily swappable solid-state Gen 4 SSD. Speaking of which, since we're already here, let's see what that Snapdragon X Elite processor...
Whoever came up with this prank is actually wild for this. Recently, a nude beach sign suddenly appeared in the sand at the very non-nude Loyola Beach in Chicago. It looked extremely official, made out of metal, as well as the exact material that all the other government signs are made out of. And since it also had the official stamp of the Chicago Park District on it... Oh, knife. Locals probably just figured that the city officials had turned their beach into a nude beach overnight. Squeegee. The sign wasn't official at all. It had actually been placed there by some unknown, extremely dedicated prankster. He had somehow managed to stick it deep into the sand, which couldn't have been easy because of how heavy the sign was. The prankster was never...
Yo! Get the fuck up! No!
Excuse me, sir. There's a first-class passenger experiencing some discomfort in his current seat. Would it be all right if he sat here? He's harmless.
Sure. What is your name? Jeremy.
I got a girlfriend now, sorry.
This is a...
I got a girlfriend now. Sorry, fellas. I was doing Tinder for a while, and Tinder makes you pick like a whole bunch of hobbies and interests that show up on your profile. So Tinder gives you a big list of hobbies to pick from. I thought this was weird. Did you know you could pick Black Lives Matter as a hobby? That's a hobby? I support Black Lives Matter. I mean, you know, that's not a hobby to me. That's just something that is. It's like food or something. I'm like, all right, yes. Black people, acknowledged, exist. A hobby is like something you can do after work, like you can squeeze in with the free time, like playing the drums or something. You want to do that with the lives of black people? Somebody's like, do you support Black Lives Matter? And you're like, I'll be honest, I have been swamped at work recently, so...
Peyton Reddy with a fantastic minute.
I gotta...
This is a regular...
Can't you like get a star named after you online?
Not legally. Authentically.
You just get robbed.
This is the mystery of New England's stone walls. You may have been...
Isn't Voss like extremely fancy? I think that's S tier. Essentia. Okay, my mom these days is kind of bougie. This is the water she buys, and it's kind of gas. Brita Waters.
Here's a secret that Vegas casinos...
Hey, Cam, if you're here, who's going to sell me shoe shine cleaner?
My name is Ryan Long, and I'm here at the North Carolina State Fair, where I've crazy glued my hands to this pole. My demands include no more use of oil.
CS2 has been out for around 6 months, and though is from the front. Moving on to Inferno, the first smoke that I want to talk about is an arch smoke. Now, since we talked about this the last time, the map has seen a significant change, being that you can now throw nades over the sky here. And because of that, we're going to take full advantage of it by throwing the arch smoke from right here. You're going to line up on the left side of this window, and whenever you're ready, you're going to aim at the top right of the garage door and give it a jump throw. That'll be a perfect arch smoke, and of course it will land deep, so there is no funny business that can happen. Now, with the original arch smoke that I showed in my first video, I mentioned that you could actually walk through the smoke into the arch cubby, and that is still possible, but you no longer have the option to lurk out on the right side. But that's not the most important thing in the world. It is still possible to go into cubby, and once the smoke goes away, you'll be able to catch
Forget what the fucking password is. The shit river card. Really wild. A $90 fucking mount. What's going on, Chaos? You sneak in there. I must have been transfixed with the $90 fucking mount. Oh, Jesus. All right, well. I think we just fold here, right? I don't know why this guy wouldn't let everyone get in his hand and fucking pop this guy, but... Third place is $16. We like it. Third place is pretty much a lock here, unless we do something incredibly stupid like fuck with this guy. What does second place pay? Second place, $24. Guy kind of played like a goober too. If someone has a lot of chips, I'd like it to be him. 92. This guy goes all in. Take them both out right now, dude. Get fucking wild, bro. Yikes, that's a wrap. That's a wrap, unless it's a 10. It's a wrap. Earn the money. We'd love to see it. $10 sit and go. Oh! Guy's been getting wild. Hey, this guy says fuck it and we bump up another pay slot to 24 bucks over 16. Come on, get wild, bro. Or get bled out, I don't care.
Catch the enemy off guard. Now, if you want to go towards A, one of the most important smokes that
Wow. What a win. Oh, we'll take the payout. We'll take the big payout. Guy's just gonna jam the check fold. Fuck it, let's see yours. How high is your spade? You don't have a fucking spade. I know you didn't have a spade, you silly goose. Oh, snap them off. Good. Oh. Oh, buddy. This guy getting cheeky down here. I guess we don't have that many big blinds in that one either. Yeah, take his damn money.
you should know is of course the moto smoke, and it's easier than it's ever been so far in CS2. So what you'll do is you'll find this garage door and they line up right here on the left side of the garage door, and whenever you're ready you're going to look for this flower pot and aim in the bottom square like so. Give it a left click and its smoke will fly over of course the A site building, and it will perfectly smoke off moto. So there you have it, another really nice smoke for you to know. If you want to go towards A, this one leaves no gaps of course. Towards the B side of things, there's only two smokes that you're going to need, which is the coffin smoke and the CT smoke. Now the CT smoke is actually the same as before, so let's get that out of the way. You're going to line up on the left side of this gas panel, and then when you're ready you're going to stand and aim at the left part of this roof just like so. Give it a left click though, and that will throw the CT smoke that actually lands on top here to get the boost as well. Pretty much a must know if you're going to be playing Inferno. But what is also a must know is the coffin smoke, and that's easier than before because last time I had you line up and aim at some weird dot that you probably couldn't even see. But on this one, you're going to aim to the left of this arrow to the stain right here. This time you can see, and whenever you're ready, you're going to jump throw. Now, of course, this one is so much better than the one before because this one lands closer to the actual part of coffin that you want to smoke off. People playing up here will not be able to see anything, and anybody that tries to come through on the right has pretty much no room to to work with, that would be an instant kill if you tried to sneak through. Now the final smoke that I want to cover today is actually a mid smoke. With the recent update that CS made, you can no longer throw this T-step smoke that I showed in my first video, so we'll have to settle for the smoke that the pros throw instead.
Oh, I got second because I had more chips in that hand. Let's go. Let's go.
In front of this flower pot here, you're gonna find this conveniently placed white dot and aim down to the height of this little white line that comes up, and then give it a jump throw. Now, people will probably say that there's better lineups, and oh, Austin, the pros throw instant smoke. I don't have time to show the instant lineups today, so this is the one that we're gonna go with. So this smoke allows you to push down towards alt mid, and potentially even down towards mid. Maybe your teammate can blow open the smoke on a timing and catch people off guard. Could be pretty cool. Moving on to Ancient, there is a lot
Put something fun on.
There are certain skill sets in Counter-Strike that we can't practice in the traditional way, therefore making it a bit of a mystery as to how we consciously improve it. People often boil it down to experience or to just play more, which leads me to ask, what constructive criticism can actually improve our in-game performance and help us evolve as a player? Well, I've collected a wide variety of discussion points that I'd like to talk about, in the aims of extracting my 10 years of knowledge and putting it in you. Every position in Counter-Strike is well known.
Put it in us, buddy.
Even to the point of having callouts assigned to each one. This makes it difficult, especially for new players, to stay unpredictable, and can often make us feel constricted in our options. Some positions might not get checked, and others are cleared religiously. You can use this to your advantage by predicting the enemy's crosshair placement, playing what's called an off angle. Off angles are good because it places you outside the enemy's crosshair and catches them off guard. It pretty much guarantees a kill, given the angle is effective. Keeping this in mind when you're playing will allow you to transition between positions and have the ability to tweak your stance and make it harder for your enemy. Make sure you don't overextend when doing this though. An off angle is great, but being out in the open means you have no cover. You should also think about this the other way around. If you're clearing a part of the map, jiggle peeking corners is an effective way to check for off angles. Here's some additional ideas you can use to stay unpredictable. Baiting the enemy in. It's sort of like laying a trap for your opponent. For example, you can have a teammate run away from your spot and purposely get seen or make noise doing it, in the hopes that the enemy will assume your position's clear, giving you the jump on them. Another one is using your utility to suggest you're somewhere else. An example of this is if they molly sandbags and then you smoke it, it might suggest someone's in the smoke and they'll spam it. It's about experimenting with each idea and finding which works in what situation. I'd also suggest looking at the paths into each bomb site and take a mental note of each gunfight you'd run into. There are certain places where the T's feel more pressured in their push, and you should remember that. Play a position that makes contact when they're in that high pressure point. This ties into a concept called crossfires. A crossfire is when you and your teammate are holding in a way